So I've been thinking, and I don't know if I'm going to keep doing these daily, but when we do a project that I think other people would like, then I'll post a video of it if they're still helpful to people. Um, so we looked at some paintings by an artist named Kandinsky today. He's a Russian artist from the early 1900s. And these paintings are from 1913, I believe it said. And he's a very famous abstract artist. And pretty much every elementary school art teacher probably has a project that they do with his artwork. So what I do for his artwork, if you notice, if you look up any of his paintings, some will be very different from this. But they're bright colors, they use lots of lines and shapes, and it's, you might see references towards objects, but you don't actually see the entire object. And because they're really bright colored and because they're more abstract or very abstract, children can relate to them a lot. So the project that I do, and I did with my kids today, was I get their whole body involved with the piece at first. So we use our bodies to show different kinds of lines and different kinds of shapes. Like I'll say, okay, what would, using your body, show me what a straight line would look like? And we start very simple. And then maybe a curved line or a wavy line or something with a sharp corner, line with a sharp corner. Or what would, if you, what kind of action would represent different like smells or tastes, and we use our body a lot. And then we start to bring in color, like what color would you use for that? And then what we do is we do a story of our day. So we get a piece of paper any size. I'm just going to use really little, probably bigger is better, but I'm going to use a small piece of scrap. And then we use Cray-Pas. You can use crayon as well, especially if you have crayon and watercolor that work really well together. That would be good. And we do a resist piece. So I tell them, okay, think about your day, how your day starts. So I wake up in the morning and I'm usually really tired and I use some white and I'm sleepy and maybe it's kind of a dotted line for my morning. And then I start to wake up. Maybe there's a little color that gets added to my white as I wake up. And maybe my line gets a little bit more solid. And then, can you see that? I feel like the light. Oh, there we go. And then I have a cup of coffee. So I can do a shape for representing my coffee. So maybe I use a square for my coffee cup. But we're doing abstract, so things don't have to be detailed. But if you want to add a little detail, maybe the steam from my cup. Oh, there's the black. I thought I was using black, but the white and black got mixed together. And it's really fun to rub the different colors together for the Cray-Pas. And so there's my cup of coffee. And then I keep going and do different shapes for different things. I usually have a glass of water after my coffee. So maybe I'll add a shape for my glass of water. And I start to perk up. So maybe my color starts to change. And I get more colorful now that I've hydrated and had my coffee in the morning. And so we go on and on through the day. What did I do after that? I rode my bike this morning, so maybe I have a bike wheel. And maybe it gets more colorful. And so you just keep adding different dimensions of what happened throughout your day. And then when you're all done with your picture and you get to the end of your day, you can pick a color to represent your day. It tends to get muddy, and you'll see my daughter did this on her own today, the watercolor portion, and you'll see it got a bit muddy. I suggested one color, but she used multiple. So same thing, suggest So maybe I had a pink day today. And then I just take pink and I just have a wide brush. Oops, she got that really dirty. All right, so there's my muddy color background. And then you get the watercolor resist. And it kind of bubbles up on the other shapes. So if you want, you could take a towel or tissue and just sort of blot those areas. If you don't want those bubbles, I did it on the blue part there. So this was my daughter's one today. See how it got all muddy because she used the different colors instead of one colored background. So that's why I suggest that. And she also has a really muddy cup of water I was using here. So, so that's how the end projects turn out, except less muddy, hopefully. But I thought it'd be really interesting too. We didn't have enough time to do this, to do one, what your day looked like before stopping school, and now that we're doing homeschooling, what that looks like. I thought it might be interesting to compare the two, especially kids that are really affected by it. Mine seem they're pretty happy at home usually, and they have each other to play with, so I feel like they're not quite as affected maybe as some other kids. So it might be a nice way if your kid is finding a lot of stress by the changes to show that. And you might find an interesting, if you did one, of your day before and after. But, so that's our project for today. And a lot of these things can be reused. Like today we did the chalk art again. I bought some, what do we use to make the chalk art? I can't think of it right now, but we made some chalk paint today, and we did multiplication tables on the driveway and used the chalk art. So once they, figure out what they like, what materials, and you keep reusing it, it's really nice. So, this one ended up being pretty long. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. Okay, thanks. Bye.